English we say very expensive, super expensive, extremely expensive. But in Portuguese, one word does it all. Just one word. In today's lesson, we'll unlock the secret of the absolute superlative in Brazilian Portuguese. One word. Olá, pessoal! Today's lesson is all about making adjectives stronger, more expressive, without using the word muito all the time. We'll go step by step, and by the end of the lesson, you'll be using words like caríssimo, facílimo, chiquésimo, like a Brazilian. Let's start with a simple sentence. Check it out. Anel de diamantes é caro. A diamond ring is expensive. Anel is a noun. Caro is an adjective. So in today's lesson, we'll be looking at adjectives, words that modify, qualify nouns. Anel de diamantes é caro. If I want to intensify the adjective, I could say muito caro, very expensive, extremamente caro, extremely expensive, or caríssimo, caríssimo. Caríssimo is the absolute superlative of caro. Instead of adding extra words, we may modify the adjective itself. In Portuguese, the absolute superlative is generally formed with the suffix íssimo. Here are some rules on how to do that. Rule number 1. If the adjective ends in a vowel, drop the vowel and add íssimo. For example, caro, caríssimo, alto, altíssimo, inteligente, inteligentíssimo, inteligentíssimo. By the way, the superlative must agree in gender and number with the noun it modifies. Examples: aquele anel é caríssimo. Aquela pulseira é caríssima, feminine noun. Aqueles brincos são caríssimos. Aquelas joias são caríssimas. A mini challenge before we continue. Can you transform these sentences using the superlative, the absolute superlative? I bet you can. Give it a try. A vista daqui é muito linda. Or, a vista daqui é lindíssima, lindíssima. As pessoas são muito educadas. Yes, people are very polite. As pessoas são muito educadas. As pessoas são educadíssimas, educadíssimas. Oh, traffic is very complicated today. O trânsito está muito complicado hoje. O trânsito está complicadíssimo hoje. Muito bom. Moving on. Rule number 2. If the adjective ends in vel, vel, drop those letters and add the suffix belíssimo, belíssimo. For example, lovely, amável. Amável becomes amabilíssimo. Very lovely. Amabilíssimo. Pleasant. Agradável. Agradável becomes agradabilíssimo. Agradabilíssimo. Rule number 3. If the adjective ends in z, drop it and add císsimo. For example, happy, feliz. Feliz, felicíssimo, felicíssimo. Wild, fierce, feroz. Feroz becomes ferocíssimo, ferocíssimo. Now rule number 4. If the adjective ends in M, drop it and add níssimo. For example, bom, good. Bom becomes boníssimo, boníssimo. Comum, common. Comum becomes comuníssimo, comuníssimo. There are a number of irregularities in the formation of the absolute superlative. My suggestion is that you learn the most common ones. I'll list here a few of them, but before that, give the lesson a thumbs up if you like this kind of content and, oh, thank you very much. And tell me in the comments which absolute superlative you liked to learn the most. So let's see some irregular ones. Antigo, ancient. Antigo becomes antiquíssimo, antiquíssimo. Fiel, loyal. Fiel becomes fidelíssimo, fidelíssimo. Fácil, easy. Fácil becomes facílimo. Facílimo. Difícil, difficult. Difícil becomes dificílimo. Dificílimo. Pobre, poor. Pobre becomes paupérrimo. Paupérrimo. Magro, thin. Magro becomes magérrimo. Magérrimo. Oh, today there is tip of the day. Oh, yeah. Today's tip is about something you may hear in everyday speech in Brazil for dramatic, humorous purposes. Brazilians may add the ending ésimo to make the absolute superlative. That's grammatically incorrect, but as I said, something you may hear in everyday speech. So, for example, gostoso, tasty, instead of gostosíssimo, you may hear gostosésimo, gostosésimo. Chique, fancy, instead of chiquíssimo, chiquésimo. Ai, chiquésimo. When something is fun, divertido, instead of divertidíssimo, which is grammatically correct, you may hear Brazilians saying divertidésimo, divertidésimo. As aulas do Plain Português são divertidésimas. It's not standard grammar, but it's common in informal speech. And honestly, it sounds fun, doesn't it? It sounds divertidésimo, doesn't it? And finally, the word ótimo, great, already carry a superlative meaning, yeah? So you won't find otimissimo. No, because ótimo is already extremely good, yeah? So next time you want to say something is very easy or super expensive, try using the absolute superlative. And if you want to learn other ways to intensify adjectives without using the absolute superlative or overusing the word muito, here's a great lesson on the subject. Watch it and tell me later what you learned from it. Thank you very much for watching another lesson. See you next time. Até a próxima. Tchau!